Old me would have never. 20% cashback. I've got a bit of a warning about Subway. My husband just looked at me with those eyes. It's like, I feel like this has been a little bit chaotic so far. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're good. I thought we would do a bit of a money saving day of deals. So I previously did a money saving mum day in the live video. You guys loved it, so I'm back and I think we're going to do a day of deals where essentially I'm going to go around and show you different deals that I'm redeeming and explain how I'm getting those freebies or how I'm getting those deals, and basically just show you how I'm saving money by using all these various different offers and methods. Essentially, that's what we did in the last video. I will link the last video in the description box so that you can go and watch that one if you want to. I'm starting off strong because I've actually just cashed out on 2 separate receipt scanning apps. So I use 3 different receipt scanning apps at the moment. Those are Snap My Eats, ShopX and Amazon Shopper Panel. What I will say is there are probably waiting lists for all of these, and ShopX also has been kicking people off who are already on there. So that can be a bit of an issue. However, I'm currently still on them all. The best one by far is Amazon Shopper Panel. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Anyway, the premise of these, and again, I've got a blog post which I will link in the description, which will explain the whole entire story. But the premise of receipt scanning apps is essentially that when you get a receipt for a product that you've bought, you scan it into the app, you enter a bit of details about it. They all want different things. They all want different kinds of receipts. It's a whole thing. And eventually, once you've added the correct amount of receipts, you will be rewarded for scanning them. The 2 that I've cashed out on today are Snap My Eats and ShopX. So for Snap My Eats, you need 25 receipts and they need to be food-based receipts. And I've cashed out there today. It's been going for a few months. I've built up enough now to cash out a £10 Amazon credit. So I've popped that on my Amazon account, which is great because I actually bought my daughter a £10 slime set literally the other day. I've picked it up this morning. So basically that's cancelled that out and that slime set has been free, if you like. I also cashed out on ShopX where I was able to cash out to PayPal. So I've cashed out £10 PayPal cash. It's definitely my preference to cash out to cash if you can. So I've got £10 cash in my account and I've got £10 Amazon credit already. Now, what I will say is because I have a side business and my income from my side business exceeds the trading allowance, which is something that I talk about on my other platforms. If you want to know more about that, that will be taxable income for me and I will run it through my business. However, if you are someone who doesn't make more than £1,000 in miscellaneous or trading income, you might not be liable for tax. Obviously, this is not personal tax or financial advice. I'm not qualified to give any of it. So just make sure that you check whether you're eligible or liable to pay tax before you spend any of the proceeds that you make. So I'm off to a good start because I'm already in the green. What I want to do next is head to Sainsbury's where I believe there is a £6 gift card with my Vodafone Very Me Rewards. My husband, I've mentioned this in the last video, my husband is a Vodafone mobile customer and we are also Vodafone broadband customers, which means we are Vodafone Together customers, which means that we get the best of the best rewards that are on their app. And today there is a £6 Sainsbury's gift card. So I want to go get that used before they run out because a limited amount of codes, I think it's 20,000 codes available. So I want to go and spend that £6 voucher before they run out. I also have a Costa voucher for the equivalent of a small drink, I think it is. So I want to be using that as well. That's part of my plan. And another thing I want to do is make a return to the charity shop. Now, I bought a dress from the charity shop the other day. It was a lovely dress. It was a warehouse dress. It looked really nice. I thought that'd be great for work. However, when I tried it on, it just fits really weird and I literally feel like I'm being choked by it. So I'm going to return that to the charity shop. Now, old me would have never, old me would have never, ever, old me would have not set foot in the charity shop in the first place. However, I've overcome that ridiculous stigma. And I love shopping in the charity shop now. But I didn't realise you could take things back and I would have found that very awkward as well. But I am now in my return things that we don't want, need, or don't fulfill our needs era. And that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get £9 back from that. So that'll be great because I spent £11 on ice cream today in the city centre. Not everything I do is savvy or money saving. Let's just be clear about that. But £9 back in my bank account would be amazing because we are a week out from payday. And honestly, our budget has not really survived the fact that my husband's just been on a stag do. When you've got over £1,000 in childcare costs per month, there just really isn't a lot of wiggle room for events like that. So yeah, let's go to Sainsbury's, spend our £6 gift card. We need milk. So that is top of my list. Sometimes it's nice to get like a treat with these gift cards. However, it's better if you can buy essentials and things that you need to buy rather than just spending it on extra things, if you know what I mean. So we actually are getting something for free that we would have been buying anyway, and it's saving us money. Whereas if we buy a treat or something we wouldn't normally buy, we're not really saving money, we're getting a freebie, but we're not really saving money because we wouldn't have bought that otherwise. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, let's go. Okay, I've just come out of Sainsbury's and that was actually a total success. Now, I went in with like, I'm not going to spend more than £6. However, I got a few little yellow sticker bargains and I ended up spending 17 pence more than the £6 voucher. So I try and stick to like not spending more than the voucher if I can now. I'm being a little bit more mindful about it so that I'm not actually just spending extra money in the shop. However, this is what I got. Let me show you what I got. So I asked my husband what we needed and he said that we needed butter and milk, which I knew that we needed anyway, so that was fine. So I wouldn't usually buy butter from Sainsbury's because obviously it's on the pricier side when it comes to supermarkets. However, I got butter because it was going to be free anyway. So I got this Yo Valley organic milk. As you know, if you've watched some of my Aldi shopping haul videos, I'm trying to sort of improve our family's health and nutrition, and one of the things I am trying to introduce is organic milk. I just feel like it's a good swap, but it is a pricey swap. Now this has been £2.50 in Tesco and it was actually £2 on Nectar Price, so I was really happy with that. So that obviously will be free with my £6 gift card. And then the other item that we actually needed was butter, so I think this was £2.15, so I got that. So that's £4.15 for those two. Then I was like, what am I going to spend the rest of this voucher on, because I don't want to just be buying random stuff. Anyways, if you know me or you follow me on other social media, you will know I always get yellow stickers on bread. I don't know why it is. I don't get yellow stickers on anything else, but I get yellow sticker bread. Anyway, there was one pack of New York bagels. Now, I will say that whilst I'm happy to have like the home brand, the own version brand of everything, almost everything, bagels are not one of them. There are no point eating bagels if they're not these bagels. The kids love them. So sesame bagels, they were 49 pence. They will go straight in the freezer, absolutely no problem, and they will definitely get eaten. These are what sent me over the end, because I got to the end and I was like, I think I had like 81 pence to spend. Anyway, these were 99p. So they took me over 17 pence over. These are our absolute favourite balms, Sheldon's balms. Again, these will go in the freezer. They weren't the massive yellow sticker. They were meant to be £1.50. They were 99p. But it is still a saving on something we would eat and buy anyway. So I was happy to let those take me over. And then I also got, and I thought this was a little bargain, my husband asked me to get mini tortilla wraps for like the kids. However, they had these full-size Mission Deli. There's, how many wraps is in there? There are 6 wraps in there. 25 pence down from £1.70. Who's paying £1.70 for 6 wraps? I don't know, but 25p, so I got 2 of those. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items for my £6 with a 17p spend that I had to spend myself. So I feel like that was a pretty good shop. So before I headed out to Sainsbury's, I also checked my other food and drink cashback apps to see if there were any good freebies on there. However, there wasn't really anything going on there. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. It's hit and miss. I'll talk about those apps in a different video. If you want to hear more about those, just let me know in the comments. When I was getting the £6 Sainsbury's gift voucher, I noticed that there's actually potentially going to be a Morrison's gift voucher on Vodafone tomorrow. So I might turn this into a bit of a couple of days of money saving. We might go and get coffee, go to the charity shop to return my dress, and also use that Morrison's gift voucher tomorrow morning. It is obviously now raining, which is probably why the lighting isn't great. I can't actually believe there's any rain left. If you've been in the UK this past week, the British weather has been apocalyptic. I feel like this has been a little bit chaotic so far, but hopefully you're still with me. Good morning. I hope you're well. It is now the next day. So yesterday was Thursday. Today is Friday. We started off strong yesterday with my little £6 Sainsbury's freebie, and we're going to carry on into today. So the plan for today, I'm trying to be efficient with my time and also our petrol. We need to drop our other car off at the garage. That is not going to be a money saving situation. I will let you know how that goes. I'm dreading it, to be honest. The car is making a crunching sound and it needs to be looked at. So we're going to drop that off. Then we're going to head into town. And I want to go to the charity shop to return the dress that fits weirdly, so that'll be £9 back in my bank account. I also have this big box of charity shop donations. So we've got some baby clothes in there, some baby toys. We've got a toy and a cuddly toy that my daughter is willing to let go of. I've also got a scuttlebug to give away. I don't know about anybody else, but we tried this scuttlebug with my daughter and my son. I don't know what it is about them, but they just seem to be a really weird size where, like, you'd have to be quite small, somewhat smaller than the ability to actually ride a scuttlebug to be able to use the thing. Neither of them have gotten on with it. And my son actually got on like this little sort of car that you can ride on in the charity shop the other day. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. And we were just like, we looked at each other and it was one of those, like, when my husband just looked at me with those eyes, it's like, so we had to buy it. Anyway, it was only £3, so we bought that and I'm going to donate the scuttlebug instead. And we will redonate the little toy car when he grows out of that, basically, if it's in a fit state to do so. So after the charity shop, I want to head to Costa, where I have I think it's a voucher for a small drink from Vodafone Rewards from a previous promotion that was on. So I've got a voucher for that. Also, I've mentioned Jam Doughnut before. So Jam Doughnut is a cashback app. And essentially what you do is you buy e-gift cards. They can either be used in store or online, depending on the retailer. You need to check. And they were doing this insane promotion for like 6 hours the other day. And it was 20% cashback on Starbucks, Costa, Cafe Nero, and they had some other insane deals. So I bought a £10 gift card for Starbucks and a £10 gift card for Costa, because if you know me, we are in the coffee shop a lot more than we should be, but we are in the coffee shop a lot. So it's definitely worth me taking advantage of those kind of deals. So I bought a £10 gift card for both of them. I got £2 cash back on each one. That goes into my Jam Doughnut pot. When I have £10, I can cash out. So I've got that to use. And I obviously also have the Vodafone Rewards. And my daughter will get a baby chino, which if you get a milk baby chino at Costa, it is free. So bear that one in mind. And then what do I want to do? I want to go to Morrison's because there is another Vodafone Rewards gift card on the app, which is a £2 card for Morrison's. So I need to figure out what I need to buy with that because I'm not sure. But once I figure out something, I'm going to spend the £2 Morrison's gift card today whilst we're in the town that has a Morrison's in it, because it's not that often that I'm near a Morrison's. Hi guys, it's now Friday afternoon, so I wanted to give you an update on how our day of deals has gone. So first thing we did this morning was head to Costa, where we used I think it was about £3.85 gift card. It's worth like a small drink basically at Costa from the old Vodafone Rewards app. And I also used the 20% cashback Jam Doughnut gift card voucher that I got for Costa as well. So essentially, I think I have £4.15 left on my £10 gift card, which means that out of pocket, once we take off the voucher that I already spent, the voucher that we used, including the £2 cashback that I will get, I'm £3.85 out of pocket there. So that's pretty good considering we had a baby chino with marshmallows. We had 2 medium drinks. So for 3 of us to have a drink in Costa, it's cost me £3.85 out of pocket. So I feel like that's not too bad. Then we went to the charity shop, and okay, this went slightly awry. Now, I did return my dress and I got £9 back. However, if you saw in the little clip, there was like a Zara girls coat and it was a 9 to 10, age 9 to 10. Now, my daughter is only 5, she's coming up to 5, but I do buy her larger size clothing. And I also buy her like bigger size clothing when I see it, and I put it in a box that we have, which I call the next size up box, to keep it. When I see good deals, I buy them, keep them in the next size up box so that when she reaches that age, I can just get them out. And I bought them at a good price rather than having to go and buy everything and having to buy it at full price at that point. So this coat was a Zara girls coat, and it was originally like £27, and it was in the charity shop, brand new with tags for a fiver. And I was like, I am having that. It was such a nice jacket. If it would have fit me, I would have worn it. So that was £5. And then if you also saw the little pram that I put a clip on of, that was £4. So actually these two things together worked out at £9. That pram is going to replace another pram that we got from the charity shop that, like, the, what do you call it, like the little seat fabric has ripped. I'm gonna like try and sew it up and send it back to the charity shop, but this one is much better, much more practical. She'll actually be able to use it, and she will play with it because she is obsessed with her dolls at the moment. She's just in this stage where she loves the dolls, and the dolls are basically another member of our family. So essentially my £9 refund came in, and then £9 went back out to the charity shops. That's fine. I didn't actually spend anything out of pocket because I'd already spent that £9, so I was okay with that. Then I sent my husband to Morrison's to go and use the £2 Morrison's gift voucher. He basically said we need more milk. My kids are just like mad on milk. We're mixing my son's formula because we're trying to move him out of formula. He's like 18 months old. He still likes milk at bedtime. That's the only time he has it. My daughter is always asking for a glass of milk. So he got a milk, and he was like, you'll be really proud of me because I spent £1.95, because I said to him, try not to spend more than £2. So I think the milk was like £1.45 or £1.40. And then he found like a can of spaghetti hoops, which my kids do like from time to time, that was like 50p or 55p. Anyway, it came to £1.95, so he didn't overspend on the voucher. He did good. So he got those. So that means that those will have cost us nothing because that was a Vodafone gift card. So that was completely free to us. And then we also went to Subway. So I've got a bit of a warning about Subway, guys. If you're like me and you do like a Subway and you collect your Subway points because we like our loyalty cards, we like our loyalty points, we want to get those freebies, the Subway Rewards app is actually changing, and I think the last day to use your current points is the 13th of May. On the 14th of May, you won't be able to use them anymore. I find that a little bit strange, but that's how they're doing it. They're changing the reward system to something new, and you won't be able to use your current points after the 13th of May. So you need to get them used up now. I had 1,005 points. 1,000 is enough to get a free footlong. So we just had a footlong tuna, and I just asked for different salad on each side. So like the salad that I like on one side, the salad that my husband likes on the other side. And I bought my daughter a like kids pack because you can't stack deals in there. Even though there is a free kids meal at the moment, you can't stack deals in Subway. So I just went for the best value, which was to get the footlong for free. I think it was supposed to be £7.19 if we'd have paid for that. So I used my points to get that, and I just paid for my daughter's meal. So it actually only cost me £3.19 for all three of us to eat lunch, which I was pretty happy with again. And lastly, we went to the climbing wall because my daughter is on her last day of Easter break, so we wanted to do an activity with her. We took her climbing last week, so rope climbing basically. She's been like bouldering like on an indoor climbing wall before. We took her rope climbing last week. She was really great. She enjoyed it a lot. Literally, I think about 2 years ago now, in fact, possibly longer ago, I got my husband a £100 gift card, between me and my mum, a £100 gift card for the climbing wall that we really like. And we had a second baby, so he hasn't had any time to use it. I think at some point he converted them into like entries, so he could just have like as many entries as £100 would buy. So he's got like a load of entries into this climbing wall. So he didn't have to pay anything to get into the climbing wall and climb. I think we paid for my daughter to climb because I think it's cheaper for kids rather than using up one of his stamps. And also we had got her a harness last week after she did so well, using some Amazon credit that I have. I've mentioned before, there's quite a few different ways that I get Amazon credit, things like my receipt scanning apps. So I didn't pay anything out of pocket for, I think it was around a £50 climbing harness for her. So that was really great. So I think we just paid for her entry. I'm not going to lie, there was coffee and cake, so that was spent. However, it didn't cost us anything for him to enter. It didn't cost us anything for equipment hire. So it was just coffee and cake and my daughter's entry into the climbing wall. Just done some quick maths, and if we subtract the £10 in PayPal cash that I told you I withdrew at the start of this video, I have spent £14.22 out of pocket over the course of this day. That is incredible. So I've got £8 worth of grocery shopping. I've had a footlong sandwich with my husband. We've had Costa. I have a new Zara girls jacket that's worth over £27. I have a pram from the charity shop for my daughter. She's had her lunch. We've been climbing. It's literally been such good value when you add up all those deals and work out how much we spent over the course of the day. I am very happy with that. And I will also say that whilst we're now getting towards the end of the month, so we get paid like midway through next week. So while we're now getting towards the end of the month, the end of our money, we are trying to be super conscious about using up things that we already have and not buying things just because we fancy it. So on a Friday night, we would usually have like a frozen pizza. However, we don't have any in that I think I can eat because I don't eat meat, and I've got a couple of pizzas in, but they've both got meat on. So we are going to have some frozen salmon that we've had in the freezer for a while. We've got some potatoes in it. We've got some broccoli that's literally on its last legs. So we are going to have salmon, potatoes and broccoli for our tea. And while I fancy a glass of Prosecco over any other type of drink, I don't think I have any in. So I'm going to use up some wine that we do have in instead of going to the shop and just buying things when I already have an alternative in. So that will help us to save some money. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me for this day of deals. I'm Mortgage Free Lee. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me on our day of deals. I'm Lee from Mortgage Free Lee. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. I do Aldi shopping hauls. I do these money saving mum day in the lives. I do videos where I talk about things like child benefits, tax-free childcare, 30 hours, and also my favorite cashback apps and ways to save money. Essentially, it's all about family and finance here. So if that is something that interests you, please press the subscribe button. Follow along with me, press like, leave me a comment, let me know if there's any of these deals that you're interested in, if there's any amazing hacks that you have to save money, what your favorite apps are, let me know. I would love to know, and I hope I will see you on the next one.